Good day, guys. Welcome to Channel Up, where we digest trending issues bordering Nigeria and outside Nigeria around the globe. Thanks for joining us. In our previous podcast, we've been following up on Mohbad's tragic death and the surrounding cases, a case that has refused to go away almost 2 years later, with the young star still lying in the mortuary, unburied. But tonight, we are diving into a shocking angle connected to this saga. It is not about the Malian house alone. It is not about Wumi. This time, investigative journalist Dr. Kemi Olunloyo has dropped a bombshell allegation linking Nollywood actress Iyabo Ojo and her daughter Priscilla to a web of, let's say, prostitution, drugs, and blackmail. Dr. Kemi, I must tell you, this is very, very deep. You must have evidences for this. Allegedly, according to Kemi, this goes beyond Nollywood drama. It stretches into sex trafficking, political circles, and even the very foundations of why Mohbad's case may never see justice. What? These are strong allegations to make. Well, without much ado, let us watch the video and listen to Kemi herself in this exclusive video clip. After which, I'm going to break down what these revelations mean and why they can't be ignored. Stay tuned. More details after the break.
For so long, Yabo has been running a prostitution ring out of Lekki. These are unbelievable things that police knew and people close to her knew in the industry because she supplied all these people girls. Yabo supplied girls to politicians. She supplied girls to music artists, actors, different men, businessmen, and all. She was running a madam ring, okay? And she was running the runs. And all these girls worked for her. Some of them lived in her house. And that's exactly why they call her Queen Mother, okay? Iyabo pimped. This is organized prostitution and sex trafficking. The United States government and the Canadian government and the UK government needs to know this because she's also an international actress, okay, in the Nigerian community. Nobody knows her outside the Nigerian community in acting. But she travels to promote movies and promote things all across the world where her fans are. All right. And it's very important they know this because sex trafficking is very, very illegal, especially in America and Canada. Okay, this is very, very serious. This is a woman that tried to bring down Naira Marley and other people. I can bring Iyabo Ojo down in an hour when I write letters to all these diplomatic missions and State Department and all these people. Okay, this woman has destroyed a lot of lives. She has destroyed a lot of businesses. She has destroyed a lot of people. People have lost money, their businesses, everything. And she masks on the ground on a blog called Gist Lover. She and Tonto Dike. We have evidence of Tonto Dike blackmailing people. My friend at Gist Lover, asking a cop for $10,000 to remove her from Gist Lover. That's Tonto's other job. She'll offer an amount of money to remove people from Gist Lover. I set her up. I have all these recordings. I have everything I've not put out. And at the end of the day, Tonto will bargain down to 4,000 or 5,000. I have a phone call where she was bargaining 10K to 5K to 2K, and the person kept saying, I don't have any money. Please, I need that removed. Okay, bring 4K, bring 5K. This is blackmail. They worked in an elaborate ring. And that's why they can't touch that Gist Lover blog now. It's not because she went to marry a child, they went to Canada for this. She is in Nigeria, in the most secure apartment building that I know, Banana Island, Lagos. And at the end of the day, she pimped several girls from her house in the island for a straight 5 years, beginning during the pandemic. Wumi was living with her at the time. At the time Wumi was living with Iyabo, she sold drugs mainly for Naira Marley. The prostitution ring was also a drug ring. So Iyabo is very familiar with the drug part. Now, Wumi later moved to the Marley house to live with Mohbad. At one point, Iyabo and Wumi had a fallout, and that's when Wumi had announced that she was pregnant for one of her hookups. And Wumi insisted that she was pregnant for a king. And this is where they entered Elegushi's name. Elegushi has disowned Wumi, disowned the baby, everything. At the end of the day, she keeps calling her son a prince, a this, a that. Not just the prince. If I have a grandson and my grandson looks like a prince, I can say, oh yeah, look at my grandson, looks like a prince. Doesn't mean that he's from a royal family. But Wumi is talking in parables and we are deciphering and decoding it. I'm an investigative journalist of 31 years, retired or not. You can wake me up in my sleep and I investigate this thing again. Next month's going to be 2 years that Mohbad died. Mohbad is still in the mortuary, almost 700 days. Now, during that time that Yaba was pimping all these girls, she also pimped her own daughter. They did so much to protect that girl's image. She was seen in a video. I have that video. It's in my old laptop. It's in Baltimore. Okay, I can't hit that cloud server. Okay, because I wasn't cloud serving at that time. But I have that video. The only person that may also have that video is Naira Marley because he posted it on his page. When Priscilla used to go to the Marley house to hang out with Little Kesh, her boyfriend at the time, she claims she's a virgin. You can't be a virgin dating Little Kesh and hanging at the Marlian house. No one's going to assume that you're a virgin. That was just Iyaba's packaging for jocks. Iyaba wanted to bring Naira Marley down and make jocks go up. She managed and managed and managed to get jocks into the Nigerian scene, but it didn't work. His music is not popular. That's not to say he's not talented, but this marriage was hush-hush. And now the poor kid is just going through heaven and hell right now. So all that stuff, Priscilla was smoking weed. She was holding a helium balloon, inhaling, and Fireboy was also in the video. Fireboy didn't want to be mentioned in that video, but as soon as he heard that I said he was in the video, he felt like, oh, I'm innocent. You know what I mean? Now, before Priscilla met Juma, she got pregnant on one of her mother's assigned runs. She also got pregnant on a run, just like Wumi got pregnant. These girls are doing runs. They're not using condoms with their men. And this corroborates what somebody wrote during my Biomi case. Iyaba is now training her daughter to be a young prostitute. It was in the letter, in the Biomi letter, which I'm going to post. So she terminated that too. How can you be a virgin? There was no way she married as a virgin. Her story is very filthy, to say the least.
Okay, welcome back. First of all, let's digest this. Kemi claims that Iyabo Ojo allegedly ran a prostitution and sex trafficking ring right out of Lekki, supplying girls to politicians, businessmen, actors, and even music stars, according to Kemi. If this is true, this is not just a Nollywood scandal. This may be kind of an organized crime with international implications. Remember, sex trafficking is a global offense that attracts the attention of countries like the US and UK, and even Canadian authorities, just like Kemi mentioned. But these things are still speculations because they are not confirmed by those who are involved. Secondly, there are allegations of blackmail involving Tonto Dike. Kemi says she has lots of recordings of Tonto allegedly bargaining down payments to remove people's names from the Gist Lover blog. If accurate or if true, this paints a picture of a ring where lots of scandals were created, exploited, and monetized. Okay. Well, next I would think of the drug connection. Kemi ties Wumi, Mohbad's partner, or Mohbad's wife, to Iyabo during the pandemic era, saying drugs and prostitution overlapped lots of times during the pandemic. Later, Wumi allegedly moved to the Malian house where Mohbad lived. This link is critical because it places Mohbad right at the intersection of everything happening, the pimping, the power games, and all. Now, the explosive allegation that Iyabo even pushed her daughter Priscilla into this world. According to Dr. Kemi, Priscilla's public image as a virgin was just a kind of sort of packaging, while behind the scenes she was allegedly entangled with the Malian house figures and some music artists. This raises troubling questions about how far the so-called Queen Mother Iyabo would go to protect her image and position if these things are true. Now, whether you believe Kemi or not, one fact stands out. Nearly 2 years after Mohbad's death, justice is still far away from being served. And every time new allegations like this surface, It feels like pieces of the puzzle are being thrown on the floor, but no one is picking them up to even connect the dots or even connect the jigsaw puzzle. So this is my take, yeah? These allegations, if proven, could reshape everything we thought we knew about the Mohbad case. But at the same time, it could also be another smoke screen or a kind of distraction in a story already filled with cover-ups and lots of diversions. The bigger question is this: in a country where powerful people control the narratives, will the truth about Mubad, Yabo, and these alleged people mentioned by Kemi ever truly come out? Or are we just chasing shadows in a game designed for us never to win? Or are we just embarking on a wild goose chase? This is the question I will ask you or I'll leave you with. So if you've been enjoying what we do here, why not like our videos? Why not share them? Don't forget to drop comments for us in the comment section so we can interact and move forward. And please, lest you forget, tap the notification bell so that you won't be left behind when an update as important as this drops swiftly. Don't forget, keep your head above water and keep questioning. See you next time. Bye.